this year. You know, it comes from, you know, the ladder. You can challenge whoever you want.
La 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 huggies, la 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 huggies. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. Just start things off.
Oh, lovely boost ball.
Hey,
Why can't I?
Hi,
Hang on,
Gizmo.
Sorry about that.
Why can't Peter do?
I had to set up my stream, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh,
It's
that's
all
fine.
right.
I had to set up my stream too. So, I've just been complaining at no end about how, the bullshit that this game has made me go through.
Bullshit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's Mary Jane Watson, who is far less attractive than the actress who plays her.
Oh, speaking of,
Why?
breaking news. Game journals are saying if you don't like the inclusive language, gaming is not for you.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yep.
Motherfucker, her certain games just aren't for you.
You know,
Yeah.
this
you know,
is all I gotta
I don't-
say to that.
I'm not
Gizmo.
going
yeah,
to,
yeah,
like-
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate these
For-
kinds of puzzles.
Here's what's funny though. Here's why I
Hey,
say this.
just walking down the bridge here, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
One of the reasons I bring this up is because there was, I think, a Spanish YouTuber. I don't know the ethnicity, but I'm just gonna say a Spanish-speaking YouTuber. He started playing Spider-Man 2, and he realized there was inclusive language. You know, Latinx, that kind of thing. So what he did was he tried to get rid of the
Okay,
get rid
game.
of the language.
Latinos
Game.
needed
Game.
power.
What are you doing to me, game?
So what I think what happened was, from what I
I
can
thought
remember, he went to the options menu to try and get rid of it, and people got pissed off at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, this game included
Since
falling damage for
Latinos
some
and
reason.
Latinas have already
and
made it clear.
I turned that off because I'm Spider-Man, and fuck you, falling damage.
You've turned it off. You're a pussy.
No, I'm Spider-Man though.
You're still human.
Yeah, and he's Spider-Man.
Yeah. Shit, I forgot.
Like
what I was
he's
gonna say
superhuman.
I hate this
Thank you.
part.
Throw a superhuman off of the Empire State Building. He's gonna feel it.
No, like literally, I used to climb up to the top of various buildings in the in previous Spider-Man games and jump off. And
So-
most of them I was all right in. Now, calling Peter and Miles Spider-Man,
already.
this is not helpful. Spider-Man, that arm looks dangerous. Oh, which Spider-Man are you talking about? Because I can't tell because I have the volume turned down. God forbid I actually was deaf.
It's almost as if Miles isn't Spider-Man.
Well, they're not even saying which... okay. I was gonna say... Like... Okay, so... Miles's face appears on screen when he's speaking, but that doesn't help when him and Peter are speaking close together.
Isn't there
Why does Flint Marco have moobs? He's made of sand.
Are you sure
That was not...
Are you sure those weren't just his pecs?
Because
you know,
who
it
are
could be.
in-
He's...
because people think safe is offensive.
And now, all of a sudden, it became Uncharted.
Don't you know it's a Sony game, Alex?
Peter Parker doesn't have a... You know, Peter Parker doesn't have a degree in physics. He's a fucking chemist.
But he does dabble. He's good at science
Yeah,
in
but-
general.
They're using him to... Spider-Man's not supposed to get caught up on the world geometry.
He's good at geometry.
Oh yeah, I
can't-
remember. Gizmo.
No, the world geometry. What happened to your spider sense, Petey? And now,
Gizmo,
now
for-
Sandman is just spawning a bunch of goons. Hey, you know what would be nice? If I could use the, if I could use, you know, those hollow drones that Miles had in the previous game.
Oh, thank God.
He's not here right now.
Sadly. So,
God is
guys-
dead. God is dead, and,
No.
Hang on.
Samus. You are a morph ball.
God is dead, and Kevin Sorbo killed him.
I thought Kevin Sorbo was Hercules.
Yes,
Which one?
the TV show.
TV
Gotta
show
be a
and
bit
God
more
of War.
specific than that.
And also, what the fuck?
There's two
I actually-
Yes, of
There's-
course
I
I want to
actually
exit
got-
photo mode.
There's two
I actually chatted
Hercules
with,
shows on
Kevin-
TV.
I actually chatted with Kevin Sorbo at
God damn it!
at the con I met him
Peter.
at. and asked him about the whole thing with God of War. I was like, "Oh,
Peter.
so how did you get the role? So how were you
Where did-
approached about playing Hercules in
Peter,
God
where
of
the
War
hell
3?
was that?
He
Why
responded.
do I have the iron spider arms all of a sudden?
He was actually very cordial with me in Gizmo. He was like, oh, he was like, oh, my agent just told me this would be it would be an interesting idea, and he was like, okay, and I'm like,
Hey, I'd do something like that.
Huh.
What? They fucked up the UI.
because of course they did. Meanwhile, the UI in this game looks fine.
It's fine.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Gizmo. It's just I'm playing Metroid Prime Remastered, and
I'm playing Spider-Man 2.
let's just say,
one
sadly,
of us is playing a better game.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're
And that would be sadly me. Because my game A doesn't need in some stupid
Flint, why do you have that yee ass haircut?
I guess
You might be able to see your daughter if you change that yee ass haircut.
and maybe get some bitches on his dick.
Hang on. Where the hell does Sandman be? Peter, can you pull out your Peter?
Can you pull out
Do you
your
mind?
Peter?
Peter,
Peter, can you pull out your Peter?
Peter. Thank you, Miles. Peter, can you pull out your fucking iron spider limbs? That'd be great. Okay, and now I'm playing as Miles.
because of course you are. Okay, so by the way,
Okay, so we're basically recreating the end of Spider-Man 3 here.
So skipping ahead a bit in the news, Wendy Lee is back as Yoruichi Shihoin.
Yeah, and she
Nice.
BTFO'd a bunch of stupid bitches over on Twitter.
Yep.
What does BFO stand for?
Back the
Back
fuck
Back
off.
the fuck off, blown the fuck out. It doesn't really matter.
Depends.
Yeah. She
R1 shoot
basically
webs. Thank you, game.
was quite based.
Yeah, and she's thankfully going to be going back to re-record her Yoruichi's lines for the rest of the series as well.
Well, actually, in episode 9, because that was the only other time Yoruichi appeared in Core 2 of Thousand Year Blood War.
Well, yeah, Thousand Year Blood War. All of the Thousand Year Blood War her lines for Yoruichi are being re-recorded. The ones that were done by what's her
Aniris Kinanes.
Aniris Kinanen, yeah,
You mean
that one. Miles.
Recorded.
Miles.
And it's interesting, like, even if there is a
Boy, you know what would be nice
difference-
is if I was playing
since
this.
it's even if it is still a noticeable, even if it is,
turn into God of
even if
War.
it was kind of noticeably different in the following episode, it's like, okay, yeah, it was
could just
definitely
look.
nice to
What?
hear Wendy Lee again as Yoruichi.
Why did you tell him?
Like, she brings a lot to the character, or that some
Okay,
people don't realize.
Well,
Oh, so, bring me up to speed. What was already talked about?
not a whole lot.
I mean,
we were just
aside
talking about
from-
that and the Spider-Man game. Him about how that was like what you were here for.
Oh, well, okay. Because I did put a lot in here when Kevin did say he's skipping ahead. So I thought he skipped a bunch of news.
Okay,
Like
hold
for
on.
like for example, Citizen Hit and Run is getting a sequel.
Is it?
Yep.
It's nice to hear.
Plans have been confirmed for a sequel. Oh shit! What is this? Okay, go away.
And for some reason, OBS isn't capturing audio. My audio input capture.
Yeah, apparently EA still owns the IP for the Simpsons hit and run, and it's been confirmed that
Well, you know, EA and Disney have a relationship for some reason. So, which Spider-Man? Which Spider-Man? Who's saying this? What? That's not the button I pushed.
Gizmo, did you
Is the
ever
game
see
playing
that
with itself?
AI cover? Gizmo, did you ever see my AI cover of Oogie Boogie singing a Shaggy song?
No.
Oh yeah, I was talking about how Media Blasters
Mr.
announced their
Bombastic.
first 4K disc, and how it's probably not going to wind up being all that great.
You might want to DM me that.
I'll send you a link. Hold on.
Oh, it's
I think
it's
I
a
already
live
posted-
action
No,
movie
wait,
based on
I
a manga.
posted it already. No,
Did you? Oh, hold on.
Gizmo.
Let me see.
Yeah, I posted it already in shameless plug. I forgot. Don't play it though if you're like if your speakers are gonna pick up the song though, don't play it.
Shameless plug. My speakers
Okay.
are-
I don't want
My mic shouldn't be picking up anything from the speakers. For some reason, the computer just was able to pick up
Well,
audio.
I'm saying
period.
if it does. It happened before. I don't know if it's gonna happen again.
Yeah.
I'm just careful.
In other news, Twitch
This is not,
Twitch is
you know, this is just not how I picture Sandman. You know, my expectations have been subverted.
Unfortunately, it looks like I'm going to be without audio for a while because OBS is such a reliable program, Alex.
Well, you know, at least it's free, unlike some software. And hey, Streamlabs OBS steals your data, so.
In other news, Twitch is removing multi-streaming rules to open creators up to more platforms.
Okay, that really doesn't do anything to me because I was already multi-streaming, and but I guess this is good for Twitch partners.
Right, but yeah,
And
I
I'm
was
trying
gonna
to
say
minimize social media exposure as much as possible.
yeah, it's good for like the people who are like getting up there or are already up there and want to spread their awareness around more, because it was kind of unfair that Twitch has got this iron grip on the people partnered up or just not really partnered up or using their platform like that.
Yeah, which is funny because Twitch actually Twitch still has options to re-upload your content and elsewhere, or to like YouTube, for instance. Press X to continue. Why can't I just deadlift this? I'm one of the Spider-Men.
Jesus,
By the
I'm
way,
feeling a
Kevin,
little
guess what
hot.
my title for this stream is?
What is the title for your stream?
Spooderman?
Spectacular Spider Memes 2. Bully Lowenthal's Exaggerated Swag Ventures.
Oh, God.
Mouthful. I like that, though.
You forgot to add in Electric Boogaloo and featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Oh, unfortunately, I don't think
Down
Ruben
on the
Langdon is
street
in this game.
island.
You know he does voice extras in a number of games. He voiced extras in Last of Us.
Speaking of...
Yeah. He should have been in the Last of Us show. Oh, but, yeah. That was really distracting when I saw that they had both Troy Baker and, what's her name? Him who played Ellie, and it is like...
Ashley Johnson.
Like, okay, Ashley Johnson, yeah. Because they had both Ellie and Joel in that show. It was like I still haven't played that game, but I know their faces because I've seen that box everywhere.
Well, speaking of Spider-Man games, someone released facts about the production of Acclaim's Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge on Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's a neat little piece of information.
It's something. It's kind of hilarious too, because it shows how batshit insane the games back in the day were in terms of production. And
Ow.
You think today is crazy with all
Flint.
with all the pronouns.
Flint, I'm
and the
trying to be
sexual-
sympathetic with you.
People are. You think today is crazy with all the pronouns and the sexual harassment allegations? No, they're practically yelling at you and by fax. Like caps lock and everything.
Yelling at you by fax is almost better than being yelled at in person. And because, you know what I can do with a fax? It's kind of illegal to do that to people.
Yeah.
Just to give you a taste, this is the first page. We still have a number of problems, and I think we will still find more for a little while to come yet, as you will soon find out. Most of the problems are in Mike's levels. Well, I honestly think that Kevin and Steve have done incredible, wonderful work in an unbelievable amount of time. In fact, I believe that they have saved the game. I don't think it makes sense that they wasted their time fixing problems in Mike's code. That Mike could fix much faster. I hope Mike is already back in Manchester as you're reading this, and we still need to hear from Richard. Number 1, sound problem. We are sending a version to Nintendo by modem to look for any sound problems. I'll let you know when they find.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Please keep sending a cheat and a no cheat version from now on. Spider-Man intro level. Number 7.
Hey,
now
Damon.
that you adjusted the speed, you should give the player the option to scroll right through the text.
Okay, I'm gonna close OBS and start up a new stream because this is getting annoying.
Okay, you might want to... You know what we could have had? A scene of us explaining this.
So I will be right back.
Why did we...
This is all in caps.
Yeah. Daybreak Fan 1996 says, Yuri, gonna throw some dirt in your eye. Or water in this case.
You're such a Boy Scout, Parker. When are you going to give a guy a break?
Oh, would you look at that?
You want forgiveness? Get religion.
If you want forgiveness, go get religion. Go ask Jesus to kill me. I'm sure he'll answer.
I sent you audio, Alex. At least I'm going to.
Kevin Edwards, one of the developers of Spider-Man X-Men, he has...
You completely fucked up the cinematography there.
The second
guys.
part of when he shows the second part of the facts, he says in his own words, most of this facts is in caps too. Perhaps they were shouting at us.
Alex,
all right, I'm back.
Photography, what?
I'm gonna link you to the new stream in that. Sorry about that. Again, OBS is just so good.
Well, it wouldn't be a Metley Crew stream if we didn't have technical difficulties.
I swear.
Here's one of the errors that they had to deal with. Cyclops' real name is Scott Summers, not Scott Saunders, like you have on the bio screen. Please change. All caps, yet again.
Yeah.
It's
one of the problems that exists with having to put stuff together remotely like that. And because if they were in the same room with these people, they could be making these corrections like on the fly. God damn it!
Alex
you just had to have a fucking reason, fucking make up an excuse for goddamn Sandman to have minions, even though he's usually a solo act. Because we have to work that into the game somehow.
Bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen.
No, actually, Gizmo's never had Gizmo, you never got a chance to say the thing yet, did you?
The thing?
Oh, what a Metley Crew we are.
Yeah, you never actually said... Did you actually say that?
Yeah, I did.
We did.
No, I did. Alex
earlier.
did. Kevin did. You didn't yet.
That's my choice.
Yeah. He doesn't have to say it if he doesn't want to.
Damn
I
it,
always
Peter.
thought that was Alex's thing.
Yeah, it was mine and Alex's thing, so... Okay, I'm gonna get your stream
you
on.
can say it if you want.
Okay, hello, what a fucking Metley Crew fucking are.
What are you, the angry video game nerd?
Fucking.
What's up,
fucking.
bitch? You should have done the Silent Rob thing, Gizmo, actually.
What's up, motherfuckers?
What's
Why is Miles turning into Thor?
What's up, bitches? This is Silent Rob taking a shit in your cereal because you got bad taste in cereal.
I get the very distinct impression that
What's up, bitches? This is Silent Rob pissing in your coffee.
That Gizmo is retarded. Yeah, he's mentally retarded, but so am I.
and as am I.
Oh, you're just gonna pause the game. You're just gonna pause the game when I put down the controller like that. And is there no way for me to have lost that QTE?
Oh yeah, Kevin said we're all retards.
Oh, you mean like how the Avengers won't ever let you lose a QuickTime event?
What?
Avengers actually does let you lose QuickTime events on like the
no, it
highest
doesn't.
difficulty. I thought it did on the highest difficulty.
I'm like, how? What is the point of QTEs if you can never fail them?
Okay, so why does Sandman? I haven't been okay for a long time. Why does he have a bomber jacket on top of his iconic striped shirt? Like the bomber jacket, he's never worn a bomber jacket that I remember.
I know the Hydro Man wore a bomber jacket.
Yeah, Hydro Man wears a bomber jacket. Sandman isn't the one who wears a fucking bomber jacket. Like, you can't see... I couldn't even see the stripes on his shirt. Actually, hang on, yeah. So, Spider-Man 3, the game for, like, the PS3 and Wii, had the stripes on Sandman. 6 months ago, Solid Snake was in the jungle. It's actually Kraven the Hunter. With yet another yee-ass haircut. Why?
By the way, Alex.
Yeah?
You want to know something interesting?
Yeah?
Remember when people mistakenly assumed that Shocker's voice actor from the Spider-Man and from the Spider-Man game based on the movie was, you
gotta be a bit more specific.
Gonna be in the game? The actor from the game based on the movie.
Yeah, again, you gotta be a bit more specific.
Okay,
than that.
that's
Spider-Man
okay.
1,
So we have actual.
I think his name is Spider-Man 1.
Okay.
Because we had Dwight Schultz in the first game. Dwight Schultz having voiced Vulture.
I hope this is a warm enough welcome for you, insect.
So why does this? Quick question: why does this guy have an emo fringe over just one eye?
Let's just sit now, Alex. Some people were actually looking forward to Michael Bialotti returning as Shocker just because they actually liked him in Spider-Man 1, the video game.
Okay.
He's a good Shocker.
Shocker!
Hey, that was woefully inaccurate.
Black Cat, Prowler, Wraith, Tombstone, Sandman, Vulture.
Ambush him.
Somebody else, and then they cut away before I could read any more of it.
You mentioned Kraven, right, Alex?
Yes, Kraven is right here.
I fear it. Unfortunately, I have been told that Shocker got off-screen to death.
What?
Yay.
By Kraven.
Stupid!
Yay!
Yeah.
Shocker's a really underutilized villain to begin with. So I don't know I don't know why anybody.
Sadly, now Yuri Lowenthal will never get to say, "Get back here, Shocker!"
They should have. That's one of the most iconic moments in Spider-Man history, and they should have had it in this game. I'm not saying that everything has to reference everything like that, but it would have been neat if we could have had a mission of Bully Lowenthal hunting down the Shocker.
Yeah, so I was talking with some people on Spence and Sharpest Sniper's Discord server.
Peter, you don't need
Spence was like, talking about Shocker, and I'm like, okay, just tell me. I'm not gonna probably be able to get the game for a while, so just tell me anyway. And wouldn't you know it, that was the thing they told me about, and I'm just like, yeah.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah.
So, in other news, the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 has not increased the native resolution of Metal Gear Solid, the original Metal Gear Solid, at all. It's still running in like 240p. Yes. Thank you, game. I know how to point launch. You can read my fucking save files if you want. But yeah, so Metal Gear Solid, on the Master Collection, it is just a shitty port, shitty emulation or direct port of the version that already existed. They didn't go to the PC version that they released on GOG not that long ago, but to increase the resolution or, you know, pack out some of the pick out some of the shit from the archives, you know.
Like any sane, rational person would.
Yeah, like this is a pretty big. There's a pretty big deal here, guys. Like, it seems like I kind of feel like we ought to be working on this a little bit harder. This is one of the greatest games ever made. And granted, I'm going to get it for the Switch because I like the novelty of having things that used to come on multiple CDs for the Switch.
Well, Alex, here's the thing. I'm probably going to wait. I'm just going to probably wait till I go to a con to find Twin Snakes on GameCube.
I have it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Well, I'm gonna when time comes, I'm gonna like emulate Twin Snakes and play. But I'm gonna play the heavily modded version of the PC version of the original Metal Gear Solid because, well, it's gonna be an easier time to capture for me.
Just so you know, Meryl's codec is 140.15.
Yes, and it's going to be printed on the back of the box, I believe.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that unless you actually get a complete inbox.
That just seems kind of random.
I think that was a way for people to actually buy it legally instead of just pirating it, because back in the day...
Well, the game will also...
Well, back in the
game
day,
will also just put it in there if you bug, what's her name about it enough.
Who?
Or, actually, I can't remember.
Mei-Ling?
No, it's not Mei-Ling. I think it's the scientist girl. Well,
Naomi?
Naomi, yeah. I think if you bug... it's either Naomi or Otacon enough, they'll just tell you the number.
Right, but you wouldn't know that unless you actually do that. So most people wouldn't really unless they're bored.
Now I'm going to have to pilot the fucking drone.
And the fucking
Why is there a button?
snake.
Why is there a button that turns this game into Superman 64? Why was that button allowed to exist?
There's no time to waste.
So, Gizmo, I think I remember telling you and the others about
I'm regretting my decision.
about the time I met George Newbern at Kineticon. And I told him about that fan art I saw of Sephiroth opening up his jacket. It's to reveal the Krypton, the House of L symbol.
The fuck?
And you want to know what George Newbern said when I told him about that fan art?
Oh.
He's like, "This looks like a job for Sephiroth."
That's actually pretty good.
I know, I should have recorded that. That was a missed opportunity on my part.
Oh, man. So I was at a Halloween party a couple of weeks back, and I don't know if I remember to tell you guys about this at the time, but I got to meet all of the Oompa Loompas.
All of them?
All of them, yes, because they're all... Yes, because all of the ones that were in the Tim Burton film were played by the same guy, and I got to meet him.
Deep Row?
Oh, I thought you were talking about...
yes. Deep Roy, I believe.
He's
how it's pronounced, but yes.
Talking about the original Oompa Loompas.
No, I just got to meet
the
Deep Roy.
The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So each hero has a unique skill tree. You navigate to Peter's skill tree. Okay, so I gotta go here.
So a while ago,
Spider Whiplash.
Speaking of being retarded, looks like the Capcom Fighting Collection has gave us an update. That's not really an update. You remember, for those, how many of you have played Puzzle Fighter?
I haven't.
I've played it briefly. I emulated it back in the day.
So if you played Puzzle Fighter, not the puzzle fighting game, like not the puzzle fighting game, like the chibi fighting game where you play as chibi Street Fighter characters. There's an ending where for Dan that if you win, he finds a letter from Sakura saying all your moves look retarded in addition to being completely useless in a fight, which is pretty funny, right?
Yeah.
But in the Capcom Fighting Game Collection.
Oh yeah. Okay, hang on. Actually, before I forget, so I'm just gonna bring this up. So yeah, at that Halloween party, I was telling you about where I got to meet all of the Oompa Loompas and also I also, sorry, I'm mesmerized by the stupidity of the Iron Spider limbs and how clunkily they were introduced to the game. So anyways, yeah, so
at the very least with the MCU movie suit with the Iron Spider, there was at least a reason.
Yeah. So I met a guy who was dressed as Jesus, and we were pals for most of the party. And I also met a guy who was dressed as the Pope, and I was dressed as Solid Snake. And I walked up. Yeah, Solid Snake is the costume that I've got most. It's really complete. I've got all kinds of shit for it, so I just use it year after year because it's probably my highest effort costume I've ever made. And I walked up to the guy who was dressed as the Pope, and I said, "Forgive me, Father, for I have snaked." And I was kicking myself for not recording that.
Well, now it's recorded.
Stupid.
Oh, that sounds
hilarious. And people, just about everybody who was within earshot cracked up.
Of course they would. Oh, well, how did the Pope
You have
react?
acquired the upshot. Oh, he cracked up. Web grabber.
Forgive me, Father, for I am snake.
Pulls and throwables from the environment, crashing them into enemies. Why?
It's so stupid it works.
I'm not Batman! I don't want to be Batman! I want to be Spider-Man, damn it!
No.
Alex, don't you know you're gonna eventually have to play the Arkham games?
Hey, I'd rather be Spider-Man than Batman.
I have them.
I'd rather be Spider-Man than Batman because at least more than half of Spider-Man's girlfriends don't want to kill him. Or leave him to die.
I mean, Talia wants to date rape you, and Catwoman is Catwoman.
Yeah, and apparently Catwoman in this game, decided
is Toad's bi now.
Well, she decided that because she couldn't get any of that spider dick, she wanted to get some clam in instead.
There is a fanfic where Spider-Man gets transported to the DCAU universe, the animated universe.
Dude, you need to link me to that because that sound. While I appreciate the knockback, for the spinning, it's kind of absurd because some of these guys should be coming in on me. Actually, can I adjust the difficulty? Can I make the game harder?
Why would you want that? You're playing on the hardest difficulty that they have.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not done. I'm not done though. He joined. Not only is on retainer he's not only is Justice League keeping him on retainer. He's also living with Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, trying to convert them to the good side.
Hey, buddy.
Why those two?
Well, for one, they're an iconic duo. Oh, and he also tried getting Livewire to the good side, which he successfully does.
Is he doing these conversions with his dick?
You know what? It's actually hinted at when they eventually meet the future Justice League from the Justice League Unlimited episode. Because, Dee Dee and Dee Dee. I mean, Harley
Yeah,
had to fuck someone in that show, right? They never mentioned the father. Here, on the other hand, the moment they see Spider-Man, they mention how young his daddy looks. Yeah.
Okay.
That gives you an idea. Oh, and Moreland starts beating some ass in Gotham.
You know, this is why they gave Miles his own name in Spider-Man and Spidey and His Amazing Friends, and some of the comics, because of charge jump.
I summon.
Okay.
But
I summon.
Is it alright if I read the rest, or you got more to say about the Oompa Loompa?
Oh yeah, go. No. Oh, so I don't have any other stories, but yeah. So I noticed. So yeah, we were talking about something that Sakura says to Dan Hibiki in Puzzle Fighter.
At first, in the original translation, Sakura says that Dan's. Yeah. I'm paraphrasing here. She basically says, He talks like a homo, and his shit's all retarded. Yes. Well, no. Well, actually, all your moves look retarded to addition to being completely useless in a fight.
Yeah.
And they changed it to all your moves look stupid in addition to being completely useless in a fight.
Yeah, so it's important to note neither of these translations are accurate.
They're not.
Because in the original Japanese version, which they would have, if they'd have just done an accurate translation the first time, and they wouldn't have had to change it this time. In the original Japanese version, she said that he looked stupid and he needed to stop fighting, I think. But is that generally accurate?
Generally accurate,
yeah. So, he looked... Yeah, basically he just looked fucking dumb. And he needed to, go home and be a family man.
But Guile's not here to tell him that.
Sakura's gonna have to tell him for him. It's with great power comes great responsibility, and everybody who's near Dan Hibiki has the responsibility to tell him that he needs to stop.
And to be a little more accurate, Sakura calls Dan's moves uncool.
Yeah, uncool. Yeah, he looks uncool and he's stupid, and that's basically.
That doesn't sound like something that Sakura would say, considering they're good friends.
Well, no, I get that, but this is
that was Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah, Puzzle Fighter.
Puzzle Fighter is a goofy Gaiden game. It's not supposed to be taken seriously.
It's more of a joke side game.
Okay, I see. I was just making sure.
Yeah, it's sort of like if, say, there was
I have to play Spider-Man 64 again.
It's sort of like if, say, there was a chibi Injustice game, and Superman says...
God damn it!
And Superman says to Batman at Batman's ending, your gadgets are stupid, and you should stop spending your money on all these stupid shit, rich boy. It's sort of like that. Superman's not going to say that, whether he be Injustice.
Oh boy, I think this bat might have more dollars than sense, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, he wouldn't say something like that, whether Injustice or normal version of Superman. But it's supposed to be funny. It's not canon, and it's supposed to be a side game. That's why people give it a pass. This, on the other hand, it's... I don't know what I should feel about this, because it's already funny enough that Sakura's calling Dan's moves retarded and stupid, and he should stop fighting. But now that they're trying to dumb it down to saying that he looks stupid, and then I'm hearing now he's supposed to say his moves look uncool. I mean,
yeah.
Her saying that he looks retarded is a lot funnier. Come on now, saying that it's uncool, I feel like she wouldn't really say it like that.
I think some people should stay. I think certain people should stay away from the OG Final Fantasy VII in that case, because
hell,
remember what Tifa says to Barrett as they're climbing up the stairs?
What he calls it?
Stop being a retard, motherfucker.
Something like that.
Tifa
yes.
calls Barrett a nit.
No, she calls. No, she did. It's basically, he says, "Stop being retard." Stop acting like a retard, and
Barrett, you better stop acting like a retard, or I'm going to say the N-word.
Barrett,
you want to know? You want to know what
watermelon?
You want to know what Pro Jared ended up saying when he got to that point streaming the game?
Huh.
He said, "Oh, great! Now we gotta cancel Tifa."
Hey, she's already been canceled enough. I mean, that wasn't. I mean,
She is an Italian icon.
Yes,
after
I was
all.
gonna say she already made a mess of the Italian Parliament.
She had to be. She had to have a restraining order. She and Cloud had to have a restraining order taken out on them, and after they got caught fucking in Italian Parliament.
I still want to know what hole that was going in.
And
Listen.
don't forget, Maximilian Dude has stared quite a bit at the Jack Opo statue of Tifa.
Oh my god, those look so good. Speaking of old games, Analog is making an N64 system?
Yes, there have been some breakthroughs recently with N64 emulation on field programmable chips, FPGAs, and that has led to the Mister system getting. Wow, you couldn't have made that ragdoll not look all fucked up.
Alex, Ragdoll always looks fucked up.
Okay, game. You know what would be appreciated, game. There we go.
Let me guess.
So, yeah.
If it started working.
Yes. So yeah, what was I just saying? Oh yeah, there's been some advances in the sector of field programmable chips, FPGAs, that have led to the Mister thing becoming. That was a waste of a spider drone. That have led to the Mister thing becoming able to run an N64 games. And so Analog has apparently been working on this as well, and they're coming out with a N64 clone system, probably the first of its kind, that's going to be able to play real N64 cartridges with hardware emulation, not software emulation, hardware emulation, which is part of the FPGA chipset. Like, FPGAs are basically programmable chips that you can use to emulate all kinds of stuff, which is why stuff like the Mister exists, which is a multi emulation box, and then they have stuff like the Retro Tank, which is like the best 4K upscaler, well, the best HDMI upscaler on the market. And it's quite expensive, but it's worth it.
But
unfortunately, I don't have one because they went out of stock right around the time I was trying to get one. But I'll get one eventually.
But
they've got that 4K coming out soon, so that's gonna be neat.
This new system, though, it's not emulation. Then they're just playing it directly.
It is emulation, but it is like it's hardware emulation. So they're programming chips to be able to run the hardware of the N64. It's basically cloning, because the way the N64 and all systems basically work is that they basically. Oh, hi, Sandman. Welcome back. They basically have a set of instructions on their chips. Hang on. I gotta pause the game to take a drink. They have a set of instructions programmed onto each of the chips, and you basically clone the information that's on those chips onto new chips and run it that way. Okay, so there's going to be a bunch of options. You can update it so that it'll have better emulation over time. Like, this thing is my fucking dream system because I love the N64. And to have something that has like a native HDMI with 4K out, even if it is upscaled, it's going to be fucking neat.
Okay, so Alex, I have to ask, will you be playing the Superman of 64s on that?
You know, unfortunately, Superman 64 was not something that got destroyed when the pipe broke in the bathroom, so unfortunately, yes, I will be. Yeah.
Is it bad that I could actually imitate Mark Hamill's Joker laugh? to some extent.
Yeah. Okay, you know what I could do without, game? I could do without you.
No.
MJ, why are you telling me? Call your husband!
Your real husband. Not Paul.
Now, Paul is not her husband. They are not married.
Good.
And Miles, it's Miles' turn to get his ass kicked by the Sandman.
Sandman be all like...
Next satellite.
Sandman be all like, I am... Roar, I am the Sandman. I am going to eat you.
We're off to Never, Neverland. Something's wrong, shut the light. Heavy thoughts tonight. And they on a Snow White. Why would they be it? Anyways, that movie is shit. Well, the new movie is shit. The original is good. Although, it is kind of fucked up in places.
Well, speaking of fucked up, how many... Oh, wow, fuck you.
What
happened?
now?
GameSpot was down for a moment there. But, speaking of fucked up, EA's boss explains why AI will be good for gaming.
Okay, I mean, we know why AI could possibly be good for gaming. Training things inside the game to react to how the player works. Actually react to how the player works.
I think...
Like, that'd be neat.
Yeah, but I think it should depend on what game you're talking about.
Well, I'm thinking in terms of, like, Alien. Like,
Alien?
rather than simulating having the alien, like, learn and adapt to your play style, you could actually have the alien learn and adapt to the play style. Well, that way, and like this, like machine learning for like computer, for like NPCs and stuff like that would be really neat, because then you could have the characters like interact with each other more, and you could change more shit as the game goes on. And if the game becomes more reactive to player choice, that can only be a good thing. It's like procedurally generating a whole new storyline, and hypothetically based on the inputs of the writers. Like this is the kind of thing that'll mean that like player choice will actually have a meaning potentially, because you can train AI like in the game, and like you can train the NPCs to do things. You can train like the game to like dynamically react to the player's choices and actions. Like you can just have scenarios in the game. And this is something that roguelike developers have been working on for a long time. I mean, you can have a scenario in the game that, you know, you could have dodged that, right? Just like I dodged that. I remember when holding triangle used to make them lose their weapons.
Miles
just
be like,
pulls them towards me.
Miles is like, you can dodge?
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I kind of think that AI would probably be put like reactive learning thing. I suppose those would be
I feel like if they're
more
not careful,
would
though,
be in pretty good use.
I feel like if they're not careful, though, the game will be unbearable, despite how much quality the game has. Like for all we know,
Oh, it's J. Jonah Jameson.
Voiced once again by Darren DePaul.
like think of it like this. Let's say you're playing a fighting game and you're playing easy mode, right? And it's just a kid. Let's say like an 8-year-old, right? And he loves fighting games despite him, you know, not knowing like how to throw a special move or a combo, right?
Yeah.
Let's say the AI is on the game. That kid's gonna get his ass whooped the moment he gets to a higher level in easy mode.
Yeah, I'm not saying like you should be doing that's rubber banding. Rubber banding is really bad for difficulty. Like some games can do rubber banding all right, Like Resident Evil 4 has some decent rubber banding in it, because like the game and Left 4 Dead 2, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 have some decent rubber banding, because the games will the games kind of try to do their best to challenge you, but also give you enough resources to barely make it through. So that's nice. At the same time, some games have really annoying rubber banding, and fighting games should never have that kind of rubber banding in it. And, like, you should, at the very most, the kind of thing that you need in a game like that is like adjustable AI difficulty, that's adjustable by the users,
Yep.
I still think it's really iffy,
like how
though. It's really
yeah,
iffy
but
if not careful.
I'm not talking about reactive difficulty. Reactive difficulty is it's kind of shit.
I mean, it's already getting a bad rap when it comes to AI art and GPT. I mean, I feel like anything can go wrong if added to a video game. We already got the regular CPU stuff. CPU and shit like that.
See, I'm thinking about like what this could be used for in terms of like if you had like a 2D RPG where like you can have the players. Why are you subtitling this shit if they're going to be speaking these things aloud anyways? I mean,
you mean
the motion capture on this is so bad. I wonder who they had doing the mocap for Genki.
I thought it was pronounced Genki.
Genki, yeah.
Professor Genki?
I wonder who they've got doing the mocap for Genki, because it's like it looks like somebody who's much smaller than his model is in real life. She can't see you! Why are you still signing? Let's watch those lips sync. Although I am a little bit out of sync myself. Okay. Okay, Peter, you know what you might want to... I know I selected 60 FPS mode, but like this is the PS5, and
my game doesn't need an FPS mode. It literally runs at 60 frames by default.
But like, I'm looking at this shit. Like, some of these textures look really bad.
Speaking of Disney,
like it's one of. Yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of Disney, Warwick Davis calls out Disney Plus for deleting the Willow series.
Wow.
The actor had some not so subtle words of criticism for the streaming giant.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you put the amount of effort that he had to into that show, even though that show was terrible, well, you'd be mad about it being deleted too.
Right. There's some hardcore Willow fans out there that were into this too.
Like, say what you will about it, it wasn't Rings of Power.
No, it could have been worse.
I mean, they didn't. Like, let's be frank here. Mad Mardigan was my favorite character, from the original movie, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Val Kilmer wasn't in that movie. It wasn't in that show, rather. I mean, granted, I can't necessarily blame him.
Yeah.
Because he's not in the best shape right now.
No.
But like I kind of feel like it's.
His role in Top Gun Maverick was pretty funny too.
Yeah, I like that.
Who's the best pilot? Let's just enjoy the moment while we
can. And they actually used Reese Speecher to recreate his voice, because he had throat cancer and couldn't.
I think he still does.
Couldn't do the lines. Oh, no, he doesn't have throat cancer anymore.
No,
I don't think.
Thank God.
No, but they had to do like a really aggressive surgery on him.
You want to know?
You've earned enough district progress to
You want to know what
earn
Warwick
district
said?
progress.
What
did he say?
I met lovely people on a daily basis who are fans of Willow, who are the reason the Disney Plus series was made. Please tell me, what do I say to these subscribers when they ask why they can't watch the series anymore? He ended the post with an hashtag embarrassing. And let's see. And Disney responds, in the process of reviewing the content on our DTC service to align with the strategic changes in our approach to content and curation, certain content from the company's streaming platforms would be removed. That's not an answer.
No, that's not an answer.
That is nowhere near even a good answer. Not even a bad answer. That's just not an answer. You're avoiding it.
Like, say whatever you want about that show. Oh, people poured out blood, sweat, and tears to make that work, and to just delete it, delete it from the fucking internet.
Like Matt Hardy delete.
Yeah, like fucking, and straight up, there's no. I don't think there's any chance of them putting it out on like Blu-ray or 4K like they did Loki.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because Disney said that they wouldn't be putting their streaming shows and movies up on physical DVD or Blu-ray, which is a shame.
Oh, finally.
And a stupid move, because again, there's people really mad at the streaming industry for what they're doing, like cracking down on password sharing, removing movies and shows, delaying movies and shows, canceling movies and shows, raising the prices.
Canceling movies and shows that already were out or were already in production.
Let's not forget that they would be removed because another company wants to make their own streaming services. Yeah, remember when it was just Netflix and Hulu? One for movies, one for shows?
Farm remembers.
You remember when they were taking The Office off of Netflix so that they could put it on fucking Peacock? You remember how Warner Brothers sold Harry Potter to NBC, or at least the streaming rights of Harry Potter to NBC, and took it off of HBO Max? You know what HBO can't do? Come into my house and take away my fucking Harry Potter Blu-rays, because I have the entire series.
Same
much
here.
to my dismay for some of the films, but I have the British Blu-ray box set for them, so that I could have the Philosopher's Stone and not Sorcerer's Stone. But
yeah, unfortunately, I ended up having to get the American version, so I'm going to be stuck with Sorcerer's Stone when we get to doing that.
Funny thing about
the funny thing is, aside
better.
from the
dialogue change,
aside from the dialogue change, it's the title is the only thing that's different. I think they didn't even. I think they just dubbed over the dialogue.
Yeah, they just they just dubbed it over. Or I'm just like, we gotta get the normie title.
Yeah, but fun fact: you can actually unlock Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone for Game Boy for Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance on your American and Sorcerer's Stone copies. All you gotta do, because the cartridges, so the Game Boy was region free, right?
Right.
All you gotta do is just attach it, just go into the language settings, and it's if you just use British English, it sets to Philosopher's Stone.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah?
So when do you think we would be doing the Harry Potter film series?
Fly will fly away. I don't want to do them in December because we've skipped a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, and don't forget, we've also got, the old versus new stuff on the Disney animated films.
Yeah, we gotta. And once we get past the My Hero films, we're gonna go back and do the Pierce Brosnan movies.
No. Our plan was to do Johnny English.
Oh yeah, Johnny English. Shit, yeah. Oh, we got to do Johnny English.
Yeah, we're gonna do Johnny English. Then we're gonna go to the Timothy Dalton movies, and then we were gonna take another break after that.
Well, there's only 2 Timothy Dalton films.
Okay, so we could get Timothy Dalton and Pierce Brosnan out of the way since they both don't have a lot of films.
Pierce
Yeah.
Brosnan doesn't have
Suits.
a lot of films?
Not
Suits with,
really.
not compared to the other Bonds. Which is kind of strange because he is like the one that my generation thinks of.
Yeah, mine too. He was the Bond I grew up with.
Dude, we're the
Funnily enough,
we're the same age.
Funnily enough,
Mostly.
Alex,
I hate that.
what do you mean you and Gizmo are the same age? I'm closer to Gizmo's age than you are.
Well,
How old are you, Gizmo?
I'm 30.
Okay, yeah, we are from the same generation. So, Suits with 3 alternate styles, in addition to the original.
And I hate the fact that the 90s are now a long time ago.
So you decided to,
Go, my pretties, go!
You decided to put your effort into making Mortal Kombat palette swaps out of each suit, rather than fixing the fucking textures on the ones that already exist. Because I kind of feel like the PS4 Spider-Man game had better visuals than this.
If they start chucking out
Okay, I'm gonna go with the inverted suit.
Yeah, if they start chucking out spears, it's a rule to shut out, get over here.
The advanced suit and advanced suit 2.0.
Speaking of other
Why are there 2 advanced suits?
How many of you are Pokemon fans? Don't answer that. Because even if you're not, this is weird.
Assassin Spider-Man.
Special Pokemon Van Gogh Museum promo cards are now gone over safety concerns.
That's random.
So someone decided to make a portrait of Pikachu, but in the style of Van Gogh and with the border of like the Pokemon card and everything, and put it in the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. Problem is that because there are so many scalpers, they decided to get rid of it because they were afraid of its safety.
Well, yeah, like Pokemon fans are fucking weird. People were like jumping all over each other to get to the stupid friggin' let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry. The stupid McDonald's trading cards that they had.
Yeah,
you know?
remember when kids were the only ones that were trying to, have slap fights over getting the rare cards? Now it's a full-grown adults outright spearing bitches through tables just to get these goddamn cards.
That sounds hilarious for some reason.
I mean, people are outright performing 619s on a fucking grandma just to get a card.
Oh, hello there, Sonny. Oh, God!
619! I'm hearing booyaka booyaka in the distance when I'm hearing people fighting over these cards. Holy shit. This card's mine. No, this card's mine. I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass. What is that noise in the background? Booyaka booyaka 619. Booyaka booyaka Rey Mysterio. Oh shit!
This sounds so fucking hilarious, Gizmo.
I mean, think about it, though. We got full-grown ass adults outright shivving a motherfucker just so they can get the latest Pikachu because it has a slightly different colored cheek. Like, bro, I love Pokemon.
And the Van Gogh
I don't love it.
the Van
that
Gogh
much.
tribute was fucking cool, but unfortunately, so I can change styles and I can make Miles look like Peter.
That's racist.
And that's not going to be confusing at all. But yeah, the Van Gogh thing was it's a really nice tribute too, but people weren't using it for its thing, for the thing that it is. They were
Scalping.
It always irritates me whenever there's like beautiful art pieces that are supposed to be tributes to these
Famous
to
artists.
Famous
to these famous artists. Yeah, and people just shit all over them. I'm like this. Go watch the Van Gogh episode of Doctor Who if you want
I love that one.
That is legitimately one of the best episodes of Doctor Who ever. And there's a lot of great episodes of Doctor Who. I mean, there's a lot of bad episodes of Doctor Who as well.
The time
don't
limit
get on my back
ones.
for it. Okay, so now I'm...
Some more
There's-
sad news, though.
This game is... They put Superman 64 in my Spider-Man game.
You're talking about Frank Giffen, Gizmo? We already talked about that.
No, Sam Neill's Jurassic Park says that his cancer remission may not be forever, and he's not afraid to die.
Oh.
Basically saying that he knows it's not going to work forever, and he's open to death.
That's gonna be a sad day.
We're losing another actor, and it's another good one.
Yep. And the thing is like, we had just a while ago, we had just given a lot of praise to the last Jurassic Park movie he was in, which was, the last one.
Literally the last one.
They don't make another one.
No, please don't. Please
They
don't.
can't.
Because it was the best possible way they could have ended it. And now, they just...
You can't make another one after
You
that.
really can't. I mean, they've already gone. You know how there's a there's a trilogy and there's like a theme around the trilogies, and so like okay, it makes sense whether it's bad or good, right? If they make this into like a trilogy where they got Sam Neill,
Okay, I mean, Mary
and-
Jane shouldn't have any
where they
trouble
got
writing a
Sam
front page
Neill,
story.
and then fucking the guy from Guardians, and then who else? Antonio Banderas? What's the theme there? The first one was about fucking up with science and then failing. The second one was fucking up with science and then succeeding. What's the third one gonna be? What's the theme?
Summoning Exodia.
Like, think about it like this: the first one, they had this little thing where it's like, oh, you're fucking with science, and now you're gonna merchandise it all. Is that right? Is that right to not only fuck with science like that? Is it also right to merchandise the hell out of it? That was smart. The second time around, when the Jurassic Park came back after decades, right? Decades.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is about how nature should be left as it is. And the result of fucking up with science has consequences.
I have to tidy up.
Has even more
I
consequences.
have to tidy up the house.
Has
Oh
even
no.
more- and like fucking up with science has even more consequences than just you finding out that you fucked with science. Now you can't
Peter
control
Parker
it.
is behind on his rent.
Now you can't control it.
And
It's fucking up with the ecosystem, shit like that. If they bring it back for a third time, what could they possibly talk about?
Summoning
Feed
Exodia.
Nonagon? What the hell is this?
You know what I mean? Like, there's no way you could bring Jurassic Park back unless it's for
platform is
re-release
that
to the
for?
theaters.
Yeah.
And
I didn't want to, just because I didn't want to play as Spider-Man's Not So Amazing Friends, I also didn't want to play as Peter when he's not being Spider-Man and just bumming around his fucking house.
What's that? More Peter Parker bump? If you want more Peter Parker bumming around in his house, okay.
I mean, I wouldn't mind more of Peter bumming MJ around his house, but that's not going to happen.
Here's a line that he said. It's on the title of the article. I'm not.
Good
in any
God,
way,
the polygon count is disgusting.
I am not in any way frightened of dying. That has never worried me, but I would be annoyed because there are still things I want to do.
That
He's taking it very well, and that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Does nobody clean this clock? Actually, hang on. And I'm going to go into photo mode here.
In funnier news, just to lighten the load, Netflix is opening physical stores, and we all know about this, right? But
Yeah, we talked about that last week. But
right.
yeah, if you want
But
to...
here's what's funny.
bring it up,
Blockbuster had a reaction to it. The official Blockbuster Twitter retweeted the article, and they said, "Oh boy, should we tell Netflix how this ends?"
By the way, I shared an update on the current thing I've had at a current bit of art I've had in commission and in the live stream commentary text chat.
Nice.
Hey guys,
Okay,
please-
so I have...
Oh, Mason
I have a
said he had
few
to take
things
a
to
shower.
say about this.
Basically said he had to take
Alright.
a shower and he's going to call it a night. I was wondering why he hasn't talked in a while.
Okay. So I have a few things to say here.
Yeah.
Here, this marker is way too fucking big, and they've rendered way too much detail on this clock face here, because they have like grime on the front of the clock face. You could have just not put that in there, and we wouldn't have noticed. And they've also got grime rendered on this whiteboard here. Again, we wouldn't have noticed it.
Nor would we have cared.
No.
In more bad news...
So,
what was that?
I was just saying, like apparently Peter is a complete slob, and MJ doesn't want to move into his aunt's house with him.
Huh. But he's a... How old is he
Go
now?
ahead.
College level?
He was a high school teacher until he got fired a couple of minutes ago.
Ah.
Of course.
Some more bad news. Live-action Gargoyles reboot reportedly in the works for Disney+. Who asked for this?
Nobody.
I thought SAG-AFTRA was still on strike.
No, I don't think so. I think they settled.
Oh, now he looks like Ultimate Spider-Man. And I know for a fact that that the Screenwriters Guild is off strike, but SAG-AFTRA was still on strike last time I checked.
I think so, but this is still kind of weird and bullshit news either way.
Yeah.
And by the way, Alex, one thing I had the artist rectify was the fact that
this is modeled on the house from Spider-Man 1.
Let's see where...
Do you know how in the DC AMU Beast Boy's eyes are just like a amber-ish color, I think?
Yeah.
So it says here the animated cult show Gargoyles is going to be in production by the company Atomic Monster, and by James Wan, and James Wan is going to be the producer.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay, this is a video game.
No.
Why does this picture look like it was badly photoshopped?
Ask Sony.
You could have just rendered the... Why doesn't this look like Aunt May?
Because Sony.
That doesn't look like Aunt May at all.
Because Sony.
That doesn't... Yeah, that legitimately... like, if we look at this, we can see, like, her head shape changes dramatically between... so we have her with a long head here, a shorter, wider head here, and then this version is only slightly. This version is kind of like this one, but like this one looks like Gates McFadden, and then this looks kind of like my grandmother. My grandmother doesn't look anything like Gates McFadden, by the way. So, New York City Showdown, Crusher Hogan versus the Spider. Bonesaw is ready. Why does Peter have a knockoff PS4 in his room when he could just have an actual PS4?
Indeed.
Why does his PS4 look like my copy machine? I have a copy maker sitting next to me, and it kind of looks like this.
So as per usual, when the art is as per usual for the people who follow me on Twitter, or when it gets done, I will share the full thing to showcase what I'm talking about out here. Or so do look forward to that. Alex?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, in the meantime, what do you think of how it looks so far?
It looks pretty good. I can't help but be distracted by the fact that young Peter Parker looks more mature than old Peter Parker does in the main game. Why didn't they just leave his face model the way it was in the first game?
You know, funnily enough...
Granted, this one looks better than the one in the...
Funnily enough, there are two actors who have played Ben Tennyson in the game you're playing right now.
Oh, cool.
Because
we have Strong in this one.
No, she is not.
Who's the other one?
It's the actor who played Ben in the first live action Ben 10 movie.
Oh shit!
He's Harry in He's Harry in this game.
Oh, I'm sorry for him.
So we've got Yuri Lowenthal, who is Alien Force Ben 10 as Spider-Man, and then we have live action Ben 10 as Harry Osborn. That's certainly interesting casting, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So do you feel like it was a sensible decision to ask the artist to change Gar's eye color or to its emerald color?
Learn guitar. Call Freddy at 555-0162. Learn guitar.
I'm back.
Those pickups are way too close together.
Hey, Gizmo.
Actually, hang on. I'm gonna go into photo mode here.
Oh, speaking of Netflix, speaking of streaming services, Netflix is doing something it's never done before. Take a guess.
Do I want to know?
They are announcing its first ever live sports event.
What? Are they doing like a pay-per-view for a wrestling show or something?
A competitive golf, from what I can see.
Huh.
Oh, that sounds stupid.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tuning pegs, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strings. Okay. But it only has 2 knobs, no strap mounts, really fucked up looking neck,
now
headstock, a giant pick guard, two humbuckers put right next to each other, and no trem bridge. Actually, no, I take that back. The top of a Floyd Rose and the rest of it's hardtail. That's weird. Can't say a guitar show. A guitar teacher gets much credibility when he doesn't have the guitar looking correct on the damn page.
Up next, Halo Infinite players criticize newest microtransaction bundle for high prices.
I still haven't played Halo Infinite. I popped it in and messed with it a little bit, but I didn't play the multiplayer. I just kind of fucked around.
I can tell you right now that the multiplayer is fine. It's just that it still sucks that custom games only work if you have friends that play it, and only friends, not randos you find on the internet.
Hi, Harry. Boy, I hope you're not affected by some kind of symbiote from another planet, or one that your dad might have made.
Let's see. A streamer, Mint Blitz, pointed out on Twitter you can get a Halo 3 themed sniper rifle skin as part of Halo Infinite Season 5, but it can't be bought individually. The bundle, including the skin, costs $30, half of what it would cost to buy the game's campaign outright. Mint Blitz expressed frustration that he would not purchase the sniper rifle skin on its own unless it lowers the price.
Ben, why are you talking to yourself?
What?
I'm
sorry. I get that this joke doesn't really come across unless you're playing my game, but you know.
Okay, so for context, since Alex is playing Spider-Man, and for PS5, Spider-Man 2 for PS5, there are two voice actors in the game. Have both voiced Ben Tennyson or have played Ben Tennyson in some capacity. Yuri Lowenthal and the actor who voices Harry, whose name is currently escaping me.
Dude, you're walking with a cane. You're walking with a cane and you want to ride a goddamn bike.
Okay.
These haircuts are really juvenile. If you told me these two were supposed to be, like 15, I'd believe you. What? Why are we riding bikes in Queens? Why did you spend time programming a bike riding minigame?
Never understand this is this missile combo that in Metroid Prime, the flamethrower.
Huh.
Because it's basically a really dumb version of the Wave Buster. Only it doesn't lock onto enemies, it just shoots a flame. Aim like a short-range flamethrower. Kind of worthless, don't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, the normal plasma beam is already better anyway.
Why did you just clip through that NPC? Why didn't you program the NPC to... When there's no more room in hell, the NPCs will run into walls a whole bunch. Ladies and gentlemen, this is PS5.
Meanwhile, my game is a Switch remaster of a GameCube game.
Yeah.
Which has also been remastered on the Wii. Alright, time to wake up the big guy. This charming fellow is a Phazon Elite. And...
Cool. Here.
Essentially, if you fought the Pirate Elites before in this game, you can take this guy.
Okay.
Scott Pilgrim Deluxe graphic
And
novel
he's
Got Pilgrim Deluxe.
Scott Pilgrim Deluxe graphic novel box set.
Oh, cool.
I'm just waiting until something else happens. The Scott Pilgrim Deluxe graphic novel box set is coming out 45% off on pre-orders at Amazon. And this would be the first time Scott Pilgrim has ever been in color.
Oh, neat.
It'll be interesting to read. I remember I read some of the graphic novels when they were, black and white.
We still gotta watch the movie before the series comes out on Netflix.
Movies. Also, a dog's going to speedrun a game at AGDQ 2024.
A dog is going to speedrun a game?
A dog is going to speedrun a game at Games Done Quick this January, and it will be the first dog to do so.
Why a dog?
Because I guess it's easier to teach him to play Rob than it is to play Mario Brothers.
That just seems kind of random.
I think it's adorable. I want to see how this works out. Like, think about it. We've seen guys blindfolded play games. We've seen guys speedrun through games that are not supposed to be speedrun in the first place. We've seen guys do glitch runs. We've seen guys speedrun RPGs, for the love of God.
We've seen guys speedrun on really bad games.
I think it'd be interesting to see a dog speedrun a game. I mean, we've seen
Flash for Homecoming. No, thank you.
We've seen
we just destroyed an innocent man's radio.
It's not the weirdest thing we've seen anyway. We've seen a fish play Pokemon on stream.
Why are we as grown men sneaking into the high school?
Simple. Because you're grown-ass men.
Oh, wait, hang on. I missed the fact that this is a flashback, apparently.
Because, don't forget, Alex, you are grown-ass men, and you have nothing better to do.
So the fact, the contrast between The between the models is bizarre.
I don't want to live in this fight anymore. Cowabunga!
Unfortunately, I can't do that in this game.
Slender the Arrival.
There are no ledges.
Slender...
There are no ledges to hurl myself off of into nothingness.
No, I was just making...
Slender the Arrival gets an Unreal Engine 5 powerhouse for its 10th anniversary.
Okay. I remember the original Slender was built in Unity, if I'm not mistaken.
No, that's Slender. This is Slender the Arrival. It's apparently supposed to be like an actual company-made thing, where like they make an actual.
Well, yeah,
game
Slender the
plot.
Arrival was also built in Unity, I thought.
I'm surprised they actually paid attention to this game. I know Slender got some attention. I didn't know Slender the Arrival got this much.
Slender the Arrival was like the big game in that, like Slender.
Well, Slender I know, but I didn't know
Slender the
Arrival
Slender
got this
the
much attention.
Slender the 8 Pages was like the free demo for Slender or the Arrival. Well, and Slender the Arrival is it was fairly high profile. Because it was, you know, the paid version of a previously free indie game. So
I always thought it was I thought it was just like a standalone indie game, not a preview.
No, so there are actually parts of Slender the 8 Pages that are in Slender the Arrival.
Huh.
Duly noted.
We spoke about Netflix a moment ago. We're going to do it again because apparently the prices have increased as the subscriber numbers surge. Why? So, correct me if I'm wrong, surge means higher. Like a growth,
yes.
Right? Why are people acting like the increase is a discount?
I don't know.
That's retarded.
You're telling me that people are automatically subscribing to Netflix because of the price increase? I know it's not because of the price increase, but it's kind of odd that at the same time they're raising their prices, people are getting Netflix accounts. Bro, how about you just go to get the DVD?
Well, some of the stuff people want to watch, like fucking One Piece and things like that.
At this point,
like the originals are a big selling point. Goddamn hope
there aren't that many.
They put One Piece out on UHD.
There really aren't that many though, and the many that are there, and the ones that are there, some of them have just stopped.
Oh yeah, like Stranger Things.
Stranger Things has stopped. Let's see. One Piece recently just stopped. They ended the season 1. They're a success, but still they
now that the strikes are over, they're actually working strike.
Right.
They're working on season 2 again.
Cobra Kai, I think they're working on their last season right now.
Yeah.
Samurai Gourmet, I think only had the 1 season and that's it.
What the hell was that?
Oh, Samurai Gourmet, it's basically about how an old salary worker in Japan has finally retired, and because he has all the time in the world, he decides to visit different places to eat. It's a lot more wholesome. It's one of those wholesome shows. It's better than it
This
sounds.
is like Spider-Man Secret Origins. Am I gonna see the scene of him getting bit by the spider in this game?
The show is better than it sounds, though. What it is that because of his fascination with the samurai, he imagines what a samurai would do in a situation like that or this. Like, for example, he goes to a restaurant, a fancy one, and there's some rowdy workers that are just being a nuisance. And so he would imagine what a samurai would do, and he's imagining a samurai going over to them and just telling him to shut the hell up and let everyone enjoy their meals. and they're so afraid of him, they like say, yes, sir, I'm so sorry. But because he was too much of a coward, instead what happens is a waitress goes up to them and politely tells them to be quiet, and they're like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." It's funnier than it sounds, more wholesome than it sounds. I recommend a watch. The old man is a really great character. He's adorable. Oh, and Zom 100.
I can't just find my own solution. I have to use your scripted solution.
Don't you want to look for the final solution?
No, I'm kind of not in favor of that.
Okay, group up.
The fact that
when freedom burns, the curtain has fallen, lost to the world as they perish in flames.
Well, now we've gotten further into the phase on mines.
But yeah,
ever since it started on Kristallnacht 38,
here's something
when
that's
liberty died and truth was denied.
Yes, attack them, my pretties.
Here's something that's odd. Kick-Ass director Matthew Vaughn wants to reboot Star Wars and Luke Skywalker.
I know who he's gonna cast. It's gonna be really weird if he does.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
What the fuck?
As Luke Skywalker?
What? Alex, why does that sound so weird?
No, I'm playing basketball.
What is this? What is this? Top Gun?
Playing with the boys. I'll be staying, playing with the boys. And after a taste of sunset, one of life's simple joys is playing with the boys.
Why am I not surprised you know that song?
Dude, I own the Top Gun soundtrack on CD, so...
So you're a man of culture.
Yes.
Not saying that you aren't. I was just asking, that's all.
He's a man of culture.
We're
I
using
know,
motion controls.
I have the 4K for Top Gun as well.
He's a man of culture. Man of culture.
I have the 4K. I have the Steelbook 4K. I have the 3D Blu-ray, the regular Blu-ray,
The Laserdisc.
Yes, the HD DVD, the DVD, the Laserdisc, the VHS, and the Betamax.
Oh god, no, I can't stay in this. No.
You know, I know that the game doesn't make you use the motion controls, but why are there motion controls?
In what?
In this game.
I mean, in my game, it's just because of the old choice that I chose.
Mine's because it's the beginning of the Wii's life cycle.
This is some really strange... I can't say filmmaking here because this isn't a film.
Yeah, it's a video game.
Why are we able to talk to each other like this?
Okay.
How are we... Guys, how are we able to hear each other when we're like 30 yards away from each other? Well, not like 5 yards, but still.
Semantics.
Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum ba-da-dum.
So yeah, isn't it kind of weird that out of all people that want to reboot it, it's the guy who directed Kick-Ass?
Huh?
Isn't it kind of, well, going back on topic, isn't it kind of weird?
Oh yeah, it is weird.
Out of all the people, it's the director of Kick-Ass. I would expect someone from Disney or Paramount or something I directed
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Oh, yeah, maybe Jerry Bruckheimer. I don't know, but Matthew Vaughn. I don't hate the idea, but I'm still perplexed. It was him of all people. Because do we really want a Disney Star? Do we really want a Star Wars reboot?
I mean, no, obviously.
Right, but
He means
People
no,
already-
but he
there were
he
already-
means no, but he means yes.
There
Worth it,
already
worth it.
enough- There were already enough shitty changes made to the original trilogy when they remastered it. Like, the Han shot, Han didn't shoot first kind of thing, things like
I
that.
didn't want him to look heartless. Fuck it.
Hey, we could have just said, "Hey, sorry about this," because my friend's like playing a prank
Friend's
on
an
me.
idiot.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, like, them cutting back and forth. Why is Harry Osborn wearing the hipster beanie? I keep forgetting that I'm Spider-Man!
Holy shit.
What?
Some enemy just dropped a bunch of coinage.
To get that flash drive back from the security guard.
But how?
They just let... I wasn't aiming at that.
EA's Iron
know.
Man game will run on Unreal Engine 5, and it's not releasing anytime soon. Good.
What?
That's a
EA
shame.
is making an Iron Man game? I thought that was somebody else.
Let's see. Motive Studios has provided an update on its upcoming Iron Man game. No one should expect it to come out anytime soon. Studio GM Patrick Claus said in a blog post that the Iron Man game is still in early pre-production and that the team has chosen Unreal Engine 5 to power it. I'm guessing they're learning from their mistakes with the Iron Man games from back in the day.
I mean, first Iron Man game was pretty good.
Was it though?
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine enough.
I mean, it's short, it's just like, but it's fun.
Let me
There's
quote,
cool shit in there.
Let me quote Kevin Bacon. Can you fly, fucker? Can you fly?
Gotta make you understand. I'm never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you
When did
down.
Kevin Bacon
never
say
gonna run
that?
around and desert you.
Man, what was the movie called?
Make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a
Tremors.
lie and hurt you. Harry Osborn literally started singing that song over the PA system.
Motherfuck what?
Why?
They're really trying to get
How-
to... They're...
Hi, Norman.
How do you do, fellow kids? What the hell is that?
You know, I'm something of a supervillain myself,
You know-
Spider-Man.
You know, something of an asshole that likes to kill people myself.
How did you know? How did you know where we were?
He used his Willem Dafoe superpowers, Alex.
Speaking of scumbags, Roblox...
Harry, I'm sorry. Your mother's dead.
Speaking of scumbags, Roblox CEO tells remote workers to work in person 3 days a week or they lose their jobs. They'd be fired with the fire workers would get a severance package.
Uh-huh. Okay, why do you need... There are no downsides to people working remotely. if they can.
Right.
You know?
but these guys are acting like it's a bad thing. They're forcing them to come over to the building and work 3 days, or else. Like, why? What's the difference?
Like,
Why?
You don't want people having commutes. You don't... Like, commutes mean people will wind up... You know, there's traffic, people are late to work and shit like that. And you don't want...
Well,
like,
now,
if you want people to be, like, more efficient and whatnot, to not have to rent fucking office space...
What do you know? I actually found a use for the flamethrower.
I believe you have big stapler.
Yeah.
Set the building on fire.
Hey, space pirates! Why don't you try jumping over here? Oh, one of them just fell into the phazon and died.
Here's another thing: if they do come back to work over there, even if it's just for 3 days a week, who are you to know that if they're not gonna fuck around like most workers would do when you're not looking?
Oh yeah, that's the thing about insisting people come into the office like that. People are gonna start... It's malicious compliance. If people will start working in the office, they're gonna be wasting more time so that they can get to, they can get to the house faster rather than...
Right.
And, or, without doing as much.
I mean, I know there's some upsides to, like, actually going to work. I mean, like,
Well, yeah, that means... Like, you have a physical network in place where you can like, hand shit to people, rather than having to use the internet for it, that kind of thing. But,
right, and there's, like, other stuff outside of work. You have an excuse now to to go to places that are usually far from your house. You know, you're actually talking to people, you're upping your social skills. But if you force that onto me, I'm not going to really want to not only do anything outside of work, but also in work. The fact that you're forcing people to come in when they're already working remotely, you realize that these are the same guys who are probably working in nothing but their underwear and probably drinking 1 or 2 shots of vodka before work to work on your shit at Roblox. If I'm working remotely for any company, I'm going to be working in nothing but my goddamn balls. I swear to you, I don't have to obey anybody. I'm not going to obey anyone's rules of dress code or work ethics or any bullshit. I'm working in nothing but my nuts hanging out on my chair while I give them a report of how many glitches there are.
Miles, you know that stuff dissolves after a couple of hours, right? Your laptop's gonna fall on the floor.
You force someone like me to work over there 3 days a week and not have it as a suggestion, you realize that there's gonna be some crazy shit happening there, right? You're gonna be hearing girls and guys telling me to put on a pair of fucking pants. You better not force me to work over there, bitch. I'm already working for you over here. You have to come work over here. Why?
Because Peter wants some backup for his horrible side quests that he's on.
Second.
Jokes aside, though, there are people that work like that, and there will be some shit going on over there on all sides if they keep on enforcing this. Have it as a suggestion. Don't force people to come to work if they're already remotely working. Because why would I want to? Fuck that. If I'm choosing to work remotely, it's for a good reason. I would have quit Roblox the moment they try to force me into that shit. In fact, why am I working?
Well, I wouldn't.
In fact, why am I working?
I was gonna say I probably don't want to work for Roblox anyways. Yeah, they're not. I was gonna say, the company's not that great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why would I be working at Roblox in the first place? The fuck. But on to brighter news, I guess. Nintendo boss says transition from Switch to next console will be smoother than before. So he says.
I hope so, because people are saying that there are rumors out there that the Switch 2 isn't going to be backwards compatible. And if that is the case, I'm going to tell them to fuck off until like the second or third iteration of the system, because I have too many Switch games to not have that be an upgrade.
And now I've had to switch over to classic GameCube controller style just because my one of my Joy-Cons is running low on battery life, and I'm not feeling like using the one with a questionable control stick.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we have the boss of the
And we got
Phazon
to an
Mines.
updraft.
Look at my stream, Alex. Look at how big and imposing this guy looks.
So, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da, ba-da-da, why am I flying in a Spider-Man game?
Guys, if you look at my stream, you'll see how imposing the character that I'm fighting is. That I'm gonna be fighting is. Gizmo, like Alex, you see this, right?
Vaguely, yes. That's
Now let's actually walk up to him. Boosh! Yeah, Samus only stands like up to his shin. And one of the best ways to beat this guy
is very tall.
And
yeah,
hot.
and
Crush me, mommy. I mean, what?
excuse me for a minute. I'm gonna break this boss in two.
I'm gonna break you like a Kit Kat bar.
This woman would think the same thing after finding out a man has stalked her in Final Fantasy 16.
What?
Oh
In-
God!
16's a single-player game.
So I mean 15. So what? Here's the article.
15's also a single-player game.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 8,
14.
I throw
Okay,
you.
good.
38-year-old Tokyo resident allegedly used character to follow another character, sent threatening messages. Officers from Hyogo Prefectural Police Personal Safety Section and Hyogo's Tarumi Police Station arrested a 38-year-old male resident of Tokyo's Chiyoda ward on Tuesday for allegedly stalking a 28-year-old female player within the online video game Final Fantasy XIV, and later on social media services such as Twitter and Line, which I'm thinking is Japanese Twitter. According to police, the suspect allegedly harassed the woman from March 20th to May 16th earlier this year, sending 22 messages asking her to talk with him, or else he would reveal past conversations to her family. Tarumi Station Police stated that the two met through Final Fantasy XIV in 2019 and began to send each other messages in-game through social media.
Hey, that's more like it.
But the woman later blocked all messages from him at a later time, and he began using his character in-game to follow her character around. According to the investigation, the suspect denied some of the charges, saying there were no romantic feelings. And for some reason, they decided to add in, as of October 2022, Final Fantasy XIV has 27 million registered accounts.
Huh.
Okay, so one thing I gotta ask.
That's probably a search engine optimization thing where they're like trying to make it so they get more hits. So apparently you can just skip over the water in this game.
Because you totally can do that.
Because that's definitely real.
Yep. Don't you know, Alex?
That's not stupid at all. Excuse me.
So normally, this boss fight requires you to shoot at his shoulders and his knees. In order to take him out. However, because of how
I forgot I put Peter in
this
that.
is based off the
suit.
how the Prime Trilogy, which is the version that this oh damn, force of habit.
Why is Matt Gargan still in the scorpion suit?
Get away, Gargan. Your time is running out.
say that they've got a bunch of it locked up, but like, why wouldn't you cut pieces of this thing off, even if it is welded to it?
So, anyway, after you take out the armor plates on his shoulders and his knees, then you have to use the X-ray visor to find him in one of 3 phazon pools, and shoot at, and using the X-ray visor, just shoot at him until he dies. Does that seem like a fairly simple boss to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately I had found out that Darkside Phil had once played this game. Not this specific version, but the trilogy version via the Wii U.
Of course he did.
And let's just say he thought that the Wii U Virtual Console version of it would have support for GameCube controllers, which it doesn't.
He's stupid. What'd you expect?
Yeah, he is genuinely retarded.
Let's see. Kinnikuman manga goes on hiatus as co-author undergoes surgery.
Hope he comes out well.
Manga creator duo Yuri Tamago announced on Twitter.
And he's dead.
He's not, but on Sunday that the Kinnikuman manga will be going on hiatus this week due to the knee surgery of one of its members, Takashi Shimada.
Knee surgery. Knee surgery, that usually doesn't go poorly.
A manga miniseries adaptation of the 22nd story in the online text story serialization Deep of Muscle, Kinnikuman Real Novels, will run in the main manga's place during its hiatus. The duo promised an update on the return date of the main manga next week. The manga creator duo known as Yuri Tamago resumed their original Kinnikuman wrestling comedy manga as a free web manga in 2011. The creators went back to their first 1979 Kinnikuman storyline and continued where they last left the story in 1987. The original manga has inspired various television, anime series, and films.
This is PS5, folks.
Yuri Tamago previously published...
Heavy attacks cannot be dodged. Parry heavy attacks when it changes from yellow to red. How...
Are you a boxers or briefs guy, Alex?
Boxers.
What about you?
Boxers.
Boxers? Are you sure about that? Because now you can purchase Amuro Ray's underwear from the anime.
I don't care about Amuro Ray's underwear.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all right. I'm okay with Gundam. I haven't really watched much Gundam. I'm all right with it.
It's
but
the fact that they decide to make this a piece of merch. That
well, you know, they have.
It's not
Bandai has merch for just about everything.
Not the jacket. The fucking underwear.
Peter.
It's hilarious.
I didn't tell you to do that.
So come on.
Oh God, I hate these guys.
Here you go. Pre-orders are made available from September 22nd to October 16th. Their price range is 3,850 yen, which is around 25.77 after taxes. However,
I'm not paying $25 for a pair of underwear.
However, these curious garments are going to be made available again, with new pre-orders being taken until November 15th. Afterward, the Gundam boxers should be delivered before the end of the year for all who wish to wear or gift them. These strange items showcase just how popular the Mobile Suit Gundam franchise has become over the years. To the point where they're selling underwear. Okay.
Are they going to have a Gundam casket next?
I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt if they did that.
Kiss has a casket.
Shouting, shouting, shouting out loud.
I bet Daryl was buried in a Kiss casket.
So for this Chozo artifact, you definitely needed the phazon suit, because you would not have been able to get to this without it. Oh wow, I have 91% an item collection, 91% logbook entries. Holy shit. You know, some part of me ponders if maybe some part of me ponders like
Spider-Man. Oh, those are my guys. Sorry.
So, this is weird. The director of Sailor Moon, Utena, and Penguin Drum is suing a woman accusing her of plagiarism. Anime director Kunihiko Ikuhara takes legal action to sue a woman who has accused him of plagiarizing her work. You don't get that many lawsuits like this.
What happened?
Let's see. Anime director Kunihiko Ikuhara says a woman's efforts to pressure him for an apology for allegedly plagiarizing her work has escalated to harassment, prompting concern for his personal safety. Ikuhara has doubled down with legal action against the unnamed woman. According to Japanese newspaper, the Mainichi Shimbun, a profile creator in the anime industry, Ikuhara has explicitly denied the allegations, responding with a lawsuit claiming compensation for damages. This would also to sever as a deterrent against further aggravation. Per the report, the woman's attempts to encroach on Ikuhara's personal and professional space escalated to a point that justified police support. The woman initially contacted Ikuhara in April 2022 via a direct message on Twitter, calling him out for allegedly plagiarizing one of her works. When a colleague posted one of Ikuhara's illustrations, the same woman also pointed out that this was traced from her work. Ikuhara disputed the claim, denying any similarity between the samples. The situation allegedly came to a head when the woman emailed several companies that Ikuhara is professionally associated with, petitioning that they put pressure on him to make an apology. Ikuhara, who was also established in the industry as a writer, artist, and music producer, claims the woman went so far as to contact publishers, record companies, and talent agencies to express her grievances. This prompted Ikuhara to involve the police, who provided security to his home and advised that he consider canceling a concert for his own safety. Ikuhara filed a lawsuit in June 2022 and is currently petitioning for $29,400 in damages. In August this year, he spoke out in court to cite similar instances of harassment in the industry. He also asserted how his industry colleagues might consider the outcome of the case as a precedent for similar disputes in the future. As of October 4th this year, the woman maintains that her claims of plagiarism in court is merited. Ikuhara has established himself as the mastermind of legendary anime shows like Sailor Moon, Revolutionary Girl Utena, and Moadi Penguin Drum. He recently surprised fans and colleagues with a shift towards the music industry, changing his name to Bonzor Ikuhara, before joining the band Teiko Banban with members Teiko and Bonjour Suzuki, who performed the opening theme for Yuri Kuma Arashi. Ukihara is the band's music producer. Ukihara's lawsuit is in progress, with a court verdict expected on December 13th of this year.
So she's accusing him of plagiarizing her,
right?
And he's accusing her of stalking.
Yeah. So here's the big problem: they don't mention who it is that accused him of plagiarism. Now, if I think,
hey guys, you remember how I kept saying that the shit that was happening in the last game is an Avengers level threat? This is an Avengers level threat. We need the fucking Justice League out here.
Alex, here's one thing. It can't be an Avengers level threat unless Mysterio explicitly says it's an Avengers level threat.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you gotta remember that Jake Gyllenhaal needs to actually say, now this is an Avengers level threat, before we can actually say that it is one.
Doesn't anybody else think it would have helped if they actually told us who the woman was and not just act like it's just some rando?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if someone were to try and sue, I don't know, fucking George Perez for plagiarism.
That's
Who is
not
it?
gonna
Who?
go.
Can you tell us who it is? Can you at least tell us who it is so we know if it's bullshit or not? It's sort of like how when it's sort of like how it's sort of like when people found out that the Batman was a sort of a plagiarism of the Shadow. It's like they didn't just say, "Oh, they plagiarized." No, there was like key evidence, and there was key evidence that it was plagiarism of the Shadow. There have been like tracings. There have been comparisons. That the same thing with like the idea of a rich man like fighting for like the poor or whatever the fuck, you know, that kind of thing.
Rich man fighting for for what's right in a corrupt city, kind of.
Right. So, but they found.
But granted, like that by it, like the Shadow also takes a lot of influence from Zorro, and Zorro is basically Mexican Robin Hood. So.
Right, but they made enough. But they made enough fresh takes of the character that it's its own character.
Well, yeah.
They're not trying
also,
to like plagiarize Robin Hood.
Robin Hood was in the public domain when Zorro came out. Zorro was in the public domain by the time that, Remember how we used to just open these doors by pressing the button? Anyways,
Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Zorro was in the public domain by the time the Shadow came out. I believe he was in the public domain by the time the Shadow came out. Well, maybe I'm wrong. The Shadow is still not in the public domain, which is unfortunate because nobody's doing anything good with him.
Unfortunately. And neither are DC.
Oh yeah, DC's not doing really anything good with anybody. Add more button presses and give us easier ways to kill bad guys. Now we're playing Half-Life 1. Yeah, I couldn't have stayed out of the water without, Oh, wait, I'm immune to electricity! I forgot about that.
Hey.
Because I'm Miles.
But yeah, I hope this lawsuit gets settled because
I want to know what the hell. I hope it doesn't. I hope it goes to trial because I want to know what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the same time,
Miles, you didn't have to kill him, but you didn't have to save him either.
At the same time, though, we really should see what it is. We should really see who the woman is, what the sketches are, and what works that she's comparing it to say that he's plagiarizing stuff.
Miles is having acid flashbacks. I think he might have gotten a taste of the... I'm sorry, I just realized.
Here's the other thing, too.
We've just given Miles Morales a taste of the fucking, what's his name? Scarecrow gas. Fear toxin.
Here's the other thing, too. He's the director of Sailor Moon and Utena and Penguin Drum. 2 of those are legacy anime. You're telling me she didn't, report on him or sue him earlier for plagiarism?
I'd like to know what she says is being plagiarized.
Right, but here's what I'm saying.
Hey, Kevin, look at this.
What?
Look at this. We're ripping off Arkham Asylum.
Of course we are.
But here's the thing, though. She couldn't have reported on this earlier or sued him earlier. I mean, by the time Sailor Moon came out, she should have known.
I mean, this is assuming that it's a Sailor Moon thing and not something else.
Yeah, it's everything. Everything. Shit.
What now?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Kind of ripping off the Mysterio level from the first game. Like, we don't... As much as I would have loved to have, something... something like the symbiote scene from Spider-Man, the animated series in this, I kind of feel like this is,
That's funny.
Completely unnecessary.
Too. I give up on being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Why? Okay, so Peter, I'm going to ask you this a couple of times. Why aren't you just killing some of these guys? They never learn. They keep coming back.
You could ask the same question. Yes, Damon, I agree. Yeah, I hate the fission Metroids as well.
Oh, dear God.
He's not here right now.
Indirect Cleansing says, hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to offer a promotion of your channel.
Ban him.
Go,
ban
fuck
him,
yourself.
Ban him, ban him, ban him. I'm sick of those kind of channels.
Yeah, that's...
Doesn't anybody else see the problem with it, though? She's now deciding to sue him?
I mean, yeah, it is kind of a...
This is the whole...
Like I said, it could be for recent stuff or it could be for old stuff.
Yeah,
Who knows?
but how recent was Sailor Moon Crystal? Like a couple years ago?
Yeah.
You know, so, and Utna was like, what, several? I don't know, I think this is
Hadouken!
If the way the fact that she's only now trying to sue the guy, I feel like there's some cap. There's like some lie in there.
What's up, guys? I saw you were still here. I'm not quite ready to go to sleep yet.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's gotten pretty late around here, and I wish I could have been able to do more in this game.
Wait, the stream is over.
Oh, damn it.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, good. All right, well,
I'm just gonna be wrapping up in a bit.
Yeah, but before we do, we have a special guest, guys, and Kevin probably already knows who it is.
All right. Is it your girlfriend or the cat?
It's the cat.
Ah.
You don't hear her?
I heard her.
I couldn't, but I'm playing a
saying
game
no.
with a bunch of gunshots in it.
My cat is telling you no, Kevin. I don't know. She's calling you a liar.
You know, I
He's
kind
a
of feel
liar?
like Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man, had the right idea of just start killing these fuckers. They never learn. They don't do anything different. They just keep going.
You could literally argue the same thing for Batman.
He's
Oh,
a
lordy.
liar. He's a son of a bitch. You
Like,
son
Batman
of
suddenly-
doesn't have. Batman has a reason not to kill. And you know, they never really stick to it. But at least you can write it so that Batman doesn't want to be responsible for anybody's death like that. But at the same time, like, Spider-Man doesn't have a no-kill rule, and he never has.
kind of to a point. To a point.
Well, he's been.
It's zigzag.
I don't know.
It
I don't know. I kind of feel like we should have left. At the very least, we should have left the Scorpion to fend for himself.
Some of them, I feel like it's either impossible or tricky to kill them, or they just not worth killing. And when I say not worth killing, I mean, like, is it really worth killing the Shocker?
That cat.
Like,
That fat cat.
I mean, when you're Black Suit Spider-Man, you're gonna think a lot of different things.
well, think about it like this, though. Is it really worth killing the Shocker over the Green Goblin?
Gizmo.
Oh, the Green Goblin is definitely worth killing, but Green Goblin usually winds up taking care of himself.
And then there was that one time where Green Goblin got killed because he thought it would be fun to impale himself on his own glider. You want to know what
there was that one time at band camp.
You want to know what he said before the glider hit him?
Oh.
Oh.
No, he said, "Here I come, world."
Wait till they get in the...
Wait till they get a load up. Something just fell.
He's like, I didn't think this went through. I clearly didn't.
And Peter's like, "Yeah, you didn't. You missed." by a whole country mile.
That guy's fucking dead.
Don't post this on YouTube, Peter. What are you doing?
That guy's fucking dead
I had
too.
this. Oh, I had this recorded. You're kidding me. Hey, you said. Hey, you said watch this. And then.
Speaking of things to watch, Netflix announces December release date for Yu Yu Hakusho live action series.
Nope.
Did they want it to die on the vine? Rebel Moon's coming out in December.
Why does it show up as an AVF image? What?
It's gonna premiere on December 14th.
Okay.
Okay, so it will have enough time to not compete with
Maybe if I like.
Rebel Moon.
Here's the thing, though. I see this live action show as a possible thing. Because this show is kind of grounded in the beginning. They could do something with it for like the first couple seasons. People forget that the Yu Yu Hakusho is really, really grounded compared to other shows.
And yet, here's the thing: it can't ever work in live action like any other anime.
Not if we did something about it, because someone's gonna make Yu Yu Hakusho into a greaser, not a typical Japanese delinquent. They're gonna make Kuwabara the stereo. They're probably gonna make Kuwabara the one black guy.
Kuwabara doesn't talk like this, and I don't want it.
They're probably gonna make Kuwabara like the stereotype football jock. They're probably gonna make the Yusuke's girlfriend some spunky black girl that's trying to remind you of the privilege he's got, or some shit like that. They're probably gonna make Hiei like the stereotypical Asian. Silent and like, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I don't think they're gonna fuck with Hiei. Point is, if it was live action in the U.S., they'd fuck with it immensely. But this is Japan we're talking about. They've had some bad raps with some live action stuff, but with Yu Yu Hakusho, I have faith. I have faith. And since One Piece, the live action show, came out, they're probably gonna take some notes. Speaking of anime, Code Geass director reveals why anime featured so much fucking pizza.
It was product placement. Pizza Hut helped fund the show.
Do you, Kevin, know about what that reference is?
Yeah, I know what it's a reference to.
Yeah,
because Pizza Hut is a product placement in Code Geass.
Yeah, so for those who don't know or haven't watched Code Geass at all, yes, there is a product placement that's blatantly obvious everywhere. Every chance they get by Pizza Hut. And it's not just regular pizza like cheese, pepperoni, pineapple, mushroom. It's always some sort of weird concoction of like hot dogs on the crust or whatever the fuck. Sometimes it's like an everything on pizza, that kind of thing. But yeah, Code Geass, one of the things that Code Geass is known for is its Pizza Hut collab. And the director here tells us why, I guess. So we first aired the first part, took a break, got our act together, and reorganized our studio. We had no toilets, no place to do meetings or check the footage or anything. The writer's room was just some room we rented in a nearby apartment. That's how bad it was. At first, the sequel was supposed to air as in the same time slot, but since it got so popular, it was decided to move it to a more popular time slot early in the evening. But that worried us because it would change the audience, so we had to remake everything as if it was a new show. But because if we didn't, the viewers wouldn't have gotten what it was about. That's the situation we were in, so we had to redo everything from the start. But there was also the fans of the original who wanted to see a sequel, so we tried to find a middle ground that would please the two and become R2. No, wait, they didn't say anything about the pizza shit.
Gizmo, do you have any AI song cover requests for Halloween?
Michael Jackson singing "This Is Halloween."
This is Halloween.
I was actually have the Disney bad guys all sing that.
This
actually,
is Halloween. This is Halloween. Ooh. Oh, here you go. Those who watch Code Geass will know the multiple characters in the show are frequently seen eating Pizza Hut. As the series had a collaboration with the company, the most prominent example of this is the character CC, who displays
C2.
CC. It's CC or C2, either way. Tomato, tomato. Who displays a notable fondness for pizza throughout the series. In fact, she's always ordering it. Conditions. Okay, you're not really explaining why there's always pizza. Oh, here we
La
go.
la la
Why
la
in the
la
hell
la la.
would they always be eating pizza? But since we had to go along with it, I figured we should all go all the way. I started having fun with it, and the rest of the staff also got on with it as well. Okay, so this was just
Going all the way with it.
I guess so. This was just something for the lulz. Yeah, it looks like it was just for the lulz. That's actually pretty funny.
You said going all the. Q said going all the way with it.
I'm going all the way.
Speaking of going all the way, Adult Swim confirms final end to Fooly Cooly, or FLCL.
You remember Fooly Cooly used to be cool, and then they had a bunch of sequels to it that sucked?
Despite its popularity on Toonami, executive producer Jason DeMarco confirmed that Fooly Cooly anime series will not receive any further seasons. The anime series Fooly Cooly Grunge and Shoegaze from Adult Swim is officially coming to an end, according to a studio executive on X, formerly Twitter. I'm fucking calling it Twitter.
On Zitter.
On Shitter. Senior Vice President of Anime at Warner Brothers Television, Jason DeMarco, took to the site to
You
confirm
missed an opportunity for a QT.
that the network will not produce any further seasons of the show, in a post praising the work of the anime's cast and crew. Adult Swim considers Grunge and Shoegaze rating a success, and it's very happy with their performance. We won't be making any more, but thank you to everyone who helped make them a success. You taking the time to watch means a lot, DeMarco said. Fooly Cooly Grunge, a follow-up spin-off to the previous season. Alternative tells a story. Okay, yeah, you're the Huggies. I'm not going to spoil that.
God damn it, Gizmo.
Huggies.
Wonder what the hell Lizard Guy's up to right now.
Spirited Away.
Probably writing messages about Asa. I hate Asa. I hate Asa.
He's a murderer. Yeah, some retarded shit.
And like all of what's on his walls are just Asa.
Did you look at that? Mr. Negative has turned into Adam Driver.
That's not a reference on Lizard Guy.
Hey, Alex, is Adam Driver related to Mini Driver?
I have no idea. Probably.
You know, Jane from Tarzan?
Probably.
That's how I remember her as.
Yeah!
Well, anyway,
Yeah,
Well, anyway, I know this was a short stream, but I'm gonna end things here.
Yeah.
So, next week we're gonna hopefully do more Mario Party. And
Hi, Craven.
And next time on Metroid Prime,
killed him.
I'm going to attempt to finish this game. So until then, I will be departing. Bye now.
Now he should be dead.
Yeah.
Spirited Away stage play to receive a digital and Blu-ray release.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I'm happy about that. We usually don't get stuff like that, especially not in the West.
Oh yeah, especially that. And more Ghibli news. My Neighbor Totoro is getting a sequel, and it's screening this season at the Ghibli theme park.
Nice.
Now the whiplash should kill him.
Well, I'm yawning just like Alex, so good night, y'all.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been a long fucking day for me too.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be going as well. So I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, I'm going as soon as this cutscene's over.
Sorry, things had to be short, Gizmo.
I guess we'll save the
Those
rest of this
people
for
should
next
be
time.
falling off too.
Alright. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Oh, you're still here.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just waiting for the game to finish up with the
With the
That's
I
right.
never heard of that.
I'm waiting for the game to finish up with this cutscene.
Man, there's some other topics here that would be interesting to talk about too.
What's up?
Let's see. The ones are Hayao Miyazaki coming out of retirement again.
Oh yeah.
The Berserk team just talking about how hard it is to continue the Berserk manga after the creator died.
Oh yeah.
Spider-Man in a comic story where nobody remembers Peter Parker.
Okay.
DC revealing the alternate ending for Robin's fate, Jason Todd, because it was up to the fans.
Yeah, did they actually have the other ending for that?
They had it, but because people wanted Jason Todd dead, they decided to make that canon instead. Let's see. There was a trailer for a new Marvel comic called Avengers Twilight. Not that Twilight. NYC. Marvel,
yeah, where Captain America gives up the shield again.
Marvel announces creative teams for Ultimate Spider-Man. Warner Brothers will be announcing comic books for Thundercats and Powerpuff Girls. DC would announce Elseworld comics returning, as well as sequels to Dark Knight Steel and Gaslight by Gotham, or Gotham by Gaslight.
Gotham by Gaslight, yeah.
Stanley's daughter will be filing a lawsuit against Power Entertainment. Rob Liefeld's Captain America Heroes Reborn art being auctioned off. The Coffin of Andy and Lele dev talking about how.
Oh yeah.
Talking about.
Okay, yeah. So there's this game called The Coffin of Andy and Lele. Hey, where two of the characters have a.
Yeah, I know about that. I was hoping I could.
Yeah, they have like a dream about having an incestual relationship, and people gave more of a shit about that than they did about the fact that the characters in the game are cannibals.
Yeah, I brought that up on Twitter. People are bitching that
involved in human sacrifice. So
yeah, you're more disturbed about a brother and sister fucking each other than you are the brother and sister casually practicing cannibalism.
Yeah,
fucking idiots. I was gonna talk about all of that, but the death battle thing and Ben.
We're still live, Ben.
I am.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye now.
Say bye-bye. Oh, I even had a friendly hate debate topic, too. It would have been, you were haunted by spirits, ghouls, and ghosts of all kinds. From the silly to the deadly, who are you trusting to save your ass and rid them? Luigi with the Poltergust? The original Ghostbusters? The Winchesters from Supernatural? Or John Constantine from DC Vertigo?
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Winchesters because they're most in order. I'm gonna go Winchesters, John Constantine. Where did you put the?
Oh, it was list? right above the Warner Brothers news of the comic books.
Okay, so it's gonna be Winchesters, Ghostbusters, Constantine, and then Luigi in that order.
Wow, you're really not trusting Luigi on this, huh?
It's more so that I don't trust Constantine. Like Constantine will like generally do his best to keep keep shit from going south. But if things get too bad, he's probably gonna. Actually, I might put Constantine down at the bottom. Actually, that depends on which version of Constantine we're talking about.
Original DC Vertigo.
Okay, yeah, DC Vertigo. Oh, Constantine. Well, is it pre or post Swamp Thing?
Is Swamp Thing a 52 kind of thing? Like this?
Like original? That was him in the original Vertigo comics. Like he was a character from. He was a Swamp Thing supporting character originally.
Pre.
Huh?
Pre.
Oh yeah, pre-Vertigo. So, I guess Luigi would have to be next. I don't know.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd get to a lot of these debate topics.
We'll have to talk about that later.
Yeah. I guess Kevin's off to sleep.
Yeah. Holy shit.
We don't sell that.
The Twilight Saga, 15th Anniversary Complete 4K UHD Collection.
Who the hell is nostalgic over Twilight?
A lot of people. For some reason. Dana's Bakery. He is now bringing back the Twilight. Is bringing back the Edward and Jacob debate with the Twilight scones.
But why?
I don't know.
Do I really want to have to watch a movie about how a werewolf later on starts lusting over the fucking main character's baby?
I don't want to think about it.
I'm sorry, but I'm in love with Edward. No, wait, your baby is my soulmate. The fuck?
And I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Or that. Or that. Or holy shit, even that. What the fuck is that? Call the police.
So other than the obvious, how you been today, Gizmo?
Been doing okay. I really need to make an appointment with an optometrist, though. I'm working on one contact here.
Shit.
It's not pretty. I need to get some new glasses, get some new contacts, a new prescription in general.
I actually had one of my lenses fall out of my glasses a while back. Fortunately, it was the lens that I don't use.
At least it didn't break.
So for reference there, I have mostly perfect vision in one eye and fucked up vision in the other, so...
Well, at least it's not broken in a normal sense, like you know, like it broke in half, or like the hinges broke or snapped.
Oh, I've had both of those happen, by the way.
Oof. Oh yeah, Asa is offering to buy me a copy of Baldur's Gate when he gets the chance.
That's a good game from what I hear.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I just wanted to mention that there are way too many... there's way too much shit going on in the Spider-Man options. It's like, you weren't here for me trying to configure the stupid fucking menus and shit, but eh.
No, I don't think I was.
No. But there's options for all kinds of shit that's fundamentally worthless. There's an option to slow down the game to like 30% speed. And you know what you can do? You can bind that to one of the control buttons in the game.
Why?
I don't know. I
Can't
can't think of any reason that would exist.
Is it supposed to mimic the spider sense or something?
That's already a thing that happens in the game, though. And they have all this stuff about autocomplete QTEs, and no, the QTEs are already too easy.
I don't think it was worth $70 though.
Oh, this game? At this point, I have no idea.
It's the asking price was $70.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, it was from last time I checked. Spider-Man 2 was asking price $70.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like it's probably not worth that. Just from what I've played so far.
I mean, it's shorter, isn't it? From what I've heard.
Fuck, man. If it is, I'm gonna be mad about that.
Yeah, that's what
I bought a PS5 just to play this game.
Just? Oof.
I mean, I have PS4 games that'll play it better on it too, you know?
You might as
I
well
had a PS4 Slim up to now, so...
Might as well just stick to that. What are we gonna do for Friday?
Actually, I think we have a stream in the back that I haven't actually published, so I'm gonna put that out on the YouTube channel on Friday. And, oh yeah, Waifu Wars Skirmish 9, I forgot to schedule. I'll just put that out for this Friday.
Oh, okay then.
But that's just going out to the YouTube channel.
You know I'm still researching that.
Waifu Wars?
Oh yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna add in some Family Guy and characters in there, and as well as other shit, just to see how much of a sick bastard you guys are. How we figured out, like, game nights for the crew? I know we've done stuff...
Oh, we were doing those for a little while after the Friday and Saturday streams. Where we were playing, like, Gartic Phone and things like that.
We should try to schedule an entire day for those kind of games, because I feel like right after...
I really want to do something like that, yeah.
Because, like, right after, like, tier list streams and, like, watching streams, people are probably going to get a little tired.
Yeah.
I did suggest a few games, I just don't know if anyone's going to be into it.
Oh yeah, we have let's see here. So we have Gardic Phone on Discord here, which is a great one.
Oh yeah.
You can also just go to the website and play more modes. That's even better. They have Putt Party, Chess in the Park, Jam Space Whiteboard. I don't really think that's that great. Spellcast, Poker Night,
Yeah, too bad.
Blazing Eggs, Chef Showdown. Know What I Mean is terrible.
I hate Know What I Mean.
Yeah. And then there's Letter League.
We have Uno.
Yeah, it came free with your Xbox.
I bought the DLC. Well, some of it.
Kevin and I have Left 4 Dead 2. That's a good one.
Yes, it's really good.
You have Left 4 Dead 2, don't you?
I do.
Okay, good.
We could do something with Overwatch 2.
I don't have Overwatch 2.
It's free to play. Well, it's free to play.
Okay.
You're able to unlock the characters by just playing too.
Okay.
There's also Smite, but I don't know how many of you guys are into Smite. Team Fortress 2.
Party games are probably better. Like stuff like Smash is good for that. Stuff like
Mario Kart, which we're probably going to do later on in the tier list.
oh yeah, Mario. I gotta get Mario Kart 8.
There are some fighting games we could probably do if we all have them.
I have a bunch of fighting games.
I do too, but it's just like tastes vary,
Yeah.
If you get Tekken, if you're gonna find a Tekken player, that doesn't mean you're gonna find another Tekken player. You're probably gonna find a King of Fighters 98 player, then a Mortal Kombat.
I'm a King of Fighters 98 guy.
I love 98, but there's gonna be someone who's more into 2002 than 98 or something.
Oh, 2002 is good too.
But you know what I mean, though, right?
Yeah, I gotcha. So there are 6 days left to buy Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
What do you mean 6 days left? Like on
As
physical?
in limited run. Yes, Limited Run Games is putting out a physical version of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. No, I don't know why. Guys, I got some stuff I gotta do, so I'll see you later, man.
Yep. See you later, man. I think that's my cue to end the stream too. Thanks for anybody who decided to take a look at the stream for a bit, even if it was just for a few seconds. Thanks Alex for sticking by until the very end. Thanks Mason and Kevin for sticking around for the little podcast we were doing. I know it's been only 2 hours. I usually go for longer than that, but it's getting late, so I'm just gonna end it here. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Take care, and I'll see you all in the near future. Peace.